Tam fam, I hope you're enjoying all of our videos and enjoying, of course, the show. Now, don't forget to click to subscribe and make sure you click the bell to receive notifications for all of our new videos. In fact, I am clicking to subscribe and I'm going to receive the note. Oh, I got a notification right now. All right, see you soon. Your father choked up during that special. First of all, when you see your parent cry, I always get the lip quiver anyway when I see my mom become emotional. What was it like to see your dad get emotional?
Well, whenever my dad starts to cry, it's automatic that I get emotional too. And he doesn't do it very often, but when he does, you can tell he was just touched by the emotions of our conversation. We were talking about what it was like for him to raise us. And for a portion of my later years at home, he was a single dad because they got divorced. And so I was just telling him how grateful I was for him being such a great example to me and to my brothers and my sister, and for showing us what a good father was. And hopefully I've learned those lessons and can apply that with my own kids.
What a blessing to be able to tell your parent that, to have them around. I lost my father about 10 years ago, and you go through these emotional ups and downs when we look at our families. And I was thinking, actually, when I was watching your special about George Floyd, a father of five, Rayshard Brooks, a father for who don't get to celebrate with their children. And you wrote that powerful op-ed piece about Breonna Taylor earlier this month, just looking at all of these people and the connection that they have to family that they don't have now because of the times we're living in. What was it like for you to really unload those emotions and thoughts?
Well, it was important for me to say that to my father, and we should think about the families of those folks that were lost, because a lot of times I think that is the best way for us to empathize with these folks that may not be from the same areas as us, may not look like us. Realize that all of them have family members, all of them have people that love them in their lives. And if we recognize each other's humanity, each other's value, and have empathy for each other, I think that can take us on the path to getting closer to justice. I do want the world to be better for my daughter and my son. I do want them to live in a world where their skin color is not seen as as any kind of deficiency or any kind of negative. But that's not the world we live in yet, and because of that, we have to keep working. And what I was encouraged by watching these protests and watching all these people out in the streets is seeing a real multiracial, multi-generational coalition out in the streets saying, we believe in equality, we want to be anti-racist, we want to be a more just and more loving country. And that encourages me. So hopefully we can get there as a nation and as a world, really.
We talk a lot about relationships on the show, and you and Chrissy talk a lot about, keeping it together in life. She is the ultimate open book. She posted about her breast augmentation and what she was going through with that. These are incredible times for all of us. Is there anything that you've learned about her or learned about marriage, even with such an open and transparent relationship?
Well, I think the coolest thing about what I've seen from her during this time is her creativity with our kids. My dad was actually that partner in my parents' relationship. He was always so creative, coming up with fun games and treasure hunts and all these other things for the kids. And Chrissy's that in our relationship. She's so creative. She's got them camping in the backyard, picnics. She planned a wedding for two of Luna's stuffed animals. She's planning all their parties.
I saw that.
And she just has just kind of like a childlike wonder about her and imagination it makes her a really good mom. And she said if things were different in her life, she probably would have been a preschool teacher. And you can see why she would have been able to do that.